So to make sure that you're helping someone with severe communication deficits put what they want in the book, you can use written choice conversation. So you write out sentences or questions that you're asking while you're speaking them out loud, because studies show that even patients with trouble reading can use that to increase their understanding. And so that way you can start pretty general and then narrow it down to more and more specifics so you can really get to exactly what they want. And that can be paired with yes, no, tagged questions. So in case they have difficulty with like even understanding like that they should be answering yes, no, depending on the sorts of like grammatical issues that they may be having, or not understanding like the way that a question is structured and how it is asking for a yes or no, then you would ask the question like, do you want to talk about school? Yes or no. And you can add the gestures or the head nodding and shaking, like yes or no. And so that way when you're getting into the specifics, you can, if you have specific details you want to ask them about or general topics too, you can make sure that they get what they want included. And then you can also both use visual aids to support communication. Like you can draw out something that you're asking about so that they can have the visuals to help them understand. And if they're able to, they can also, if they're trying to say something but they can't get the words, they can also try to draw something, and then you can ask, like, you can figure out what they mean that way.
In emergency, contact my daughter and I pull out emergency ID card.
So over here is my daughter Melissa with emergency contact information for her phone number right here.
Important phone number, my 2 daughters, and I need to take my medicine and drink water.
And here are my daughter's phone numbers, which I gathered their phone numbers here to contact them. And here are parts of my medication to remind myself to take once a day with food and vitamins as well.
I was born in 1961. I'm 64 and I like tres leches cake. It has milk.
Here is my birthday and some favorite birthday memories that I wrote down, like eating out and not cooking.
I live in Newark, California, and I like gardening.
So over here is where I live, so Newark, California, and I have lived in this house for about 5 years.
I was born in Mexico, Morelos, Cuernavaca, and I grew up in a little town my whole life.
So over here is my little town I grew up in, to note.
I like to watch soap operas about love and important teachings and music in Spanish.
So here are some of my favorite movies and TV shows like La Rosa, and some singers I like, such as Kristen Nodell.
I like to go to church on Sundays, and then I like to come home and cut the weeds from my roses in my garden and feed them rice water so they can grow really big. I like sweet bread and chocolate bread and corn, and I like these things called raspados, like ices. And then I hate chewy candy. I don't like cold water. I like warm water and hot chocolate, and I'm very picky. My family comes to see me, my granddaughter and my grandson and my daughter.
So my grandson and daughters, some pictures of them are over here. So grandson over here, and my daughters.
Growing up, I have lots of sisters and brothers, but my favorite is my dogs.
Here are my 3 dogs.
I have 3 children. The oldest has 2 children, and then the youngest lives with me.